everyone, this is Amy. Today let's talk about sugar. When it comes to sugar, I believe many people have complex feelings of both love and hate towards it. We love its sweetness, the joy it brings us, but when we think about the harm it can cause our bodies, we can't help but feel resentment. But wait, before we blame sugar, let's carefully consider in this age filled with technological foods, are you really consuming sugar? What exactly is this thing called sugar? And how does it impact our bodies? Please like this video and subscribe to this channel, and let me unveil the secrets behind sugar for you. On July 14, 2023, the World Health Organization dropped a bombshell. The artificial sweetener aspartame could potentially cause cancer. At the same time, the International Agency for Research on Cancer also classified aspartame as possibly carcinogenic to humans. This news immediately stirred up a commotion. What is aspartame, and how does it relate to sugar? To answer this question, let's rewind the timeline back to the year 1879. This was a milestone year when saccharin was discovered, marking the advent of the era of artificial sweeteners. We can roughly categorize sugar into three major types. The first type is artificial sweeteners synthesized in chemical laboratories, also known as sugar substitutes. The second type includes refined sugar produced from raw materials like sugarcane and sugar beets through refined processing, commonly known as granulated sugar. The third type comprises natural sugars found in everyday ingredients like fruits, honey, and malt. The first two categories are all considered as fake sugars. Only sugar formed in accordance with natural processes are real sugars. Aspartame is a type of sugar substitutes, which by the 1980s, under the guidance of some health-conscious dietary principles, led to the proliferation of sweet-tasting but low-calorie chemicals known as artificial sweeteners in our lives. Almost all processed foods in supermarkets contain aspartame. This includes Coke Zero, diet beverages, gum, ice cream, yogurt, as well as cereals, toothpaste, cough syrups, and vitamin tablets, and so on. It can be said that artificial sweeteners are everywhere. But some may argue that with the advancement of technology, the emergence of these alternative products meets market demands. Moreover, the World Health Organization also stated that it's just possibly carcinogenic. So what's the difference between real and artificial sugars? And what harm does artificial sugar really cause? Before answering this question, please take a look at two documents from the medical field. One of the documents is an article published on JAMA Internal Medicine by a researcher from the University of California, San Francisco. This is a 50-year-long study on the relationship between nutrition and heart disease. The research not only elaborates on the connection between sugar and heart disease, but also reveals that many of today's dietary recommendations given by experts were essentially shaped according to the demands of the sugar industry. The other document comes from within the sugar industry and was discovered and published in the September 13, 2016 issue of the New York Times. The internal documents reveal that the sugar industry paid 3 Harvard scientists in the 1960s to write review articles that downplay the connection between sugar and heart disease while shifting the blame to the saturated fat. These articles by the scientists were published in the prestigious New England Journal of Medicine. The sugar industry was actively trying to conceal the harm caused by sugar on heart health. In fact, the harms of sugars to the human body is not limited to the heart. Artificial sweeteners are particularly criticized for causing changes in the gut microbiota and directly harming the liver. Additionally, they can lead the brain to send out signals to consume more sugar because it hasn't received the signal of sugar intake from the body, thus fulfilling the brain's demand for sugar. At the same time, some diabetes patients, after consuming zero-calorie artificial sweetened cola, don't experience any immediate changes in their blood glucose levels. This leads many to mistakenly believe that such artificial sweetened beverages won't harm their bodies, and they consume them in large quantities without worry. However, research published in the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition indicates that artificially sweetened beverages increase the risk of developing type 2 diabetes. What's more frightening is that the brain accelerates the secretion of dopamine, a neurotransmitter, after consuming sugar. This immerses people in a false sense of pleasure. According to a startling conclusion drawn from a 2007 study by the University of Bordeaux, sugar is more addictive than a standard addictive drug, cocaine. Just imagine how consuming the fake sugar with concentration over 300 times more than the natural real sugar can become a super drug with severe consequences over the long term. After listening to the above explanation of sugar, are many people now afraid of it and considering not to consume it? In fact, within the realm of oriental medicine, the 5 flavors sour, bitter, sweet, spicy, and salty correspond to the 5 organs of liver, heart, spleen, lungs, and kidneys. Whether in herbal medicine or in daily diet, each of the 5 flavors is indispensable as they are assigned to specific organs and provide essential nutrients for the normal functioning of the body. So, what are the beneficial effects for the human body of consuming sugar in the right way? The Neijing states that the liver governs emotions. When there are issues with the liver, there can be symptoms like irritability and impatience. At this time, consuming foods and herbal medicines with the sweet taste can help soothe emotions and restore balance to the liver. At the same time, the liver also governs ligaments. So when you experience muscle cramps in your hands or feet, consuming a bit of sweet-tasting food can immediately help alleviate them. Similarly, when females experience menstrual cramps, a cup of warm natural cane sugar water can effectively provide relief from the pain. Of course, the sugars referred to here must be from natural sources and have nothing to do with artificial sweeteners and refined sugar. But does that mean you can consume natural sugars in large quantities? Anything in excess can be harmful. Excessive consumption of sweets can lead to shortness of breath and fullness in the chest due to qi stagnation. Furthermore, issues related to the kidneys are likely to arise, such as darkening of the complexion, kidney qi imbalance, bone pain, hair loss, muscle weakness, fatigue, and more. At the same time, skin rashes and appearance of milia are also possible, with these being some of the effects of excessive sweet consumption. For individuals who already have metabolic disorders such as hypertension, diabetes, obesity, cardiovascular and pulmonary issues, as well as liver and gallbladder metabolic abnormalities, strict adherence to the medical advice regarding sugar intake is crucial. Oriental medicine believes that everything possesses yin and yang qualities. Whether it's food or medicine, we must ensure that the integrity of its yin-yang nature. Only when there is a balance within the body can we achieve true health. So please subscribe to this channel and share this knowledge. Let's all make wise choices for you and your families by selecting the best ingredients.